So yeah, it's basically just like saw the technology, thought it looked great, wanted to see the insights in a bit more detail, and so I just took it from there.
Okay, so if you were to rate how this conversation went on a scale of 1 to 10, where would you put it?
I'd say it's probably about 7.
Okay.
Reason being, I thought it went quite well, and definitely generated some real engagement from him, some nice, built the rapport well.
Mm-hmm.
I think in terms of getting him committed, further down, I started seeing this as essential. It's probably the bit that wasn't quite there, but ultimately, he's the managing director.
Yeah.
So he's speaking to the right people. Reason it's probably not a bit higher as well is probably just because we spoke quite a lot around their integration, and I feel we kind of got a bit bogged down in
weeds,
in them calling out off one number. How does that work? And that's probably me asking in too much depth questions, which probably can come later.
From our point of view, then, in light of today's conversation, then, what was it that kind of jumped out from the video that made you want to get in touch and put some time in the first?
So that was the question I was hoping you were going to ask.
Yeah.
I
was letting him kind of do his bit because he's clearly interested and likes to show that he knows what he's talking about.
Because I think what could easily have happened there, because he's in the flow of this conversation talking about random stuff. Yeah. The conversation could naturally just link to talking about Refract, the product. But I was hoping you were going to just still ask that question of what made you reach out. That's the compelling reason, really.
Yeah, that's going to find out exactly what it was that made him ring Mark anyway. So
right.
Highlight certain bits within the call and tag that staff, and just the analytical and stat side of things I found was quite interesting.
Sure. I mean, I'll certainly be able to bring that to life for you over the course of today. I guess kind of for comparison, then, how are you kind of getting an insight into the calls that your team are making at the moment?
So I feel like that could have been stronger if it had been why those, but I guess I'm still trying to get the main, the same idea, but it's just
I don't think you've done anything drastically wrong. You're still trying to get down to the crux of what is it that's driven him to get in touch, and I actually think that might even be a stronger question than asking what is it that the analytics appeals to you, because again, the assumption here is that the analytics might be just something quite sexy that appeals to him.
Yeah. How long are those coaching sessions typically, or at least in your mind, how long do you kind of want those to be?
Yeah, so around an hour and a half.
That makes sense. I mean, that's kind of typically what I hear, and it's great.
Just curious as to when you asked that question, what was it that you were looking for?
I think I was just trying to work out, now that I knew how many people he had, how much time a week is he going to be spending coaching? Yeah. Because if this is 3 people, that's then 3 to 4.5 hours. So you can package that up to him as half a day. Yeah. That he is going to be doing coaching sessions.
So it's kind of like a business, you're starting to kind of get a picture of a business case basically here.
Yeah, I think I'm just trying to understand, he wants to do more of this. How much time is he actually going to put in for it?
That makes sense. I mean, that's kind of typically what I hear, and it's great. Yeah. I think one thing that really keen to impress upon you at the top of this call is it's fantastic that you're doing that in the first place. And that real commitment
I started doing that as well.
The guys
who are already coaching,
praising them,
just tell them that it's great that they're doing it.
I love it
because I think I think it endears them more and makes them think this is a good thing to be doing.
100%. I totally agree with you.
Even if it's subconsciously, because he won't remember that, but he'll probably have come away thinking, oh no, coaching is important.
Making him feel like he's different to all the rest.
Yeah, and it's nice to hear that you're actually doing this. Speak to so many people like you who think it's something they should do, but they don't.
Yeah, totally. I've found that it's been working really nicely, so I totally think I really endorse that approach. Because it also just puts them on a bit of a pedal stool.
Exactly.
And it kind of makes them think, oh, I should continue doing this better.